네. 아, 네. 안녕하세요.
오늘 어디까지 가세요?
샌프란시스코요.
네, 갈아타는 데 이미 없으시고요.
네. Sorry. No, it's okay. I just like to film.
Cabin crew, to assign this number, please. Number 1 clear. Number 2 clear. Number 3 clear. Number 4 clear. 손님 여러분 안녕하십니까? 스타라이언스 아시아나 항공 212편에 탑승합니다.
Welcome aboard, ladies and gentlemen. We'd like to familiarize you with the emergency equipment and emergency evacuation of this aircraft. 휴대선물은 머리입니다. Please return your seat back and tray table to the upright position before takeoff and landing. 아름다운 사람들 아시아나와 함께 편안한 여행 되시기 바랍니다. We hope you enjoy your flight with Asiana Airlines. Thank you.
International Airport. Please remain seated until the seatbelt sign is up. When opening the overhead